Hello everyone, I'm MisterFrisco and this is my real estate show. Today on my show, Frisco housing market updates. My guests today are gonna be Tina Winslow and Brooke Dieterlen with Art of Strategic Consulting, a boutique marketing company. And the Texas summer is just around the corner. And I will give you some pro tips how to prepare your home for the coming summer.
Meet Mr. Frisco, a realtor selling residential real estate in Frisco and far North Dallas. As a former professional athlete, track and field, and strength and conditioning coach, Mr. Frisco immigrated to the USA 20 years ago with $50 in his pocket, a suitcase, and zero English to pursue the American dream and build a successful real estate business. Hardworking, persistent, customer service, and detail-oriented, Mr. Frisco strives to secure a smooth closing on his client's biggest investment, their home. He puts his experience and knowledge to serve his clients the best way possible. Building his business by referral allows him to maintain relationships with his clients and serve them even after the transaction is closed. This is Frisco Realty News with Mr. Frisco.
Welcome to the other edition of the Frisco Real Estate Market Update. This is for February 2023 and we have lots of new data for you. The existing home price in Frisco for February 2003 decreased by 7.8% compared to the same period in 2022 to reach $575,000. Additionally, the median price for February 2023 declined by 7.7% compared to January of this year. The number of houses available for sale on the market has decreased to 175, which is 110.8% lower than at the same time the last year. Moreover, there was a 9.79% decrease from January to February. With such low inventory levels, Frisco remains extremely competitive real estate market. The median sales of existing homes rose by 2.6% year over year, with 120 homes sold in February compared to January. Home sales increased by 39.53%. That's a great thing. And the median days on the market for February were 27, which is 575% higher than the same time last year, when it was just only 4 days. This means selling a home in February takes 20 days less than in January. The inventory on the market for January was again at a low of 1 month supply, which is still considered a seller's market. And the pending sales decreased 33.8% year over year to 120 homes, while February pending sales were down 39.4% compared to January, with 94 homes pending. These figures suggest a negative outlook for existing home sales in the coming month. All right, now we have here the head of the Art of Strategy Consulting Marketing Company, correct?
Yes.
The head, okay, actually two heads.
Two heads.
Which is much better.
Yeah.
It's much better than the one, all right?
Right.
They think alike and they're more creative. All right, well, ladies, it has been almost more than a year that we know each other.
Yes.
Yes.
It to me, it's like a century, but
We have to.
we had good times
Yes.
and exciting times. But now you're on my show because I would like to introduce you to my audience.
Great.
And I'm glad to have you.
We're happy to be here.
We're excited.
So we said two heads. How did you meet each other? How that happened? That miracle?
How did that happen? Brooke can probably answer it better, but she was a client of mine for 15 years. So I met her through work, and then it has progressed to where I stole her about 5 years ago now for Art of Strategy for the Director of Client Services.
That's kind of good steal.
It was a great steal. I was the benefactor there for sure.
the other company still regrets, I believe.
They're sad.
Still graving the loss. Yeah. So anything to say about that, Brooke?
Yeah, no, I actually, it's interesting. Not only was I a client, but she's the first person I actually met when I moved to Dallas. And I moved here to run a nonprofit organization, and she was doing the marketing services for that nonprofit or that business organization. And so I got to know her very well over the phone first.
Yeah, we did have like a phone relationship.
A lot of hours on the phone. And we built trust and communicated very effectively together as client and owner of the marketing agency that I was utilizing. And so we just took it from there.
All right. But what I see working with you, you're a perfect synergy in business, all right? Was that the spark that you see the talent in her to invite her, or just she was looking for a job, or you just broke the door and
I
stole
just was
her?
like, hey, stealing. I did not. I basically, like she said, we'd worked together for 15 years, and she has an incredible vision and ability to view other scenarios through other people's eyes. And so when we were looking for a director of client services, she's actually the first person I thought of, because she can effectively communicate to the team what the client wants, and in a way that's not overbearing, but gets the importance of it across. And that is a crucial skill that we needed, because I can get a little tunnel vision and a little pulled in different directions, and she has the ability to focus me and the team like a laser. And that is, I think, one of the best things that she brings to the table.
Great. Well, Tina, that's a question for you. You're the owner of this company. For how long time has been the company existing?
This rendition of it, I've had several companies, but I started Art of Strategy in 2013. So we're at our 10-year anniversary. It was in January, 10-year anniversary in January. So we have been around the block a bit.
All right, 10 years. And how many years have you been with the company, Brooke?
I've been there since 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's been an early adopter in those terms, because we plan to be around for quite a while.
It's almost in the beginning.
Yes.
So actually, she was one of your first clients, let's say, or how did it happen?
We had, in a former company, we purchased another company. And when we did that, we got a block of their business. And Brooke's company was in that block of business. So we got to know her pretty early in her career there, and pretty early in our career too. So it wasn't like the first client, but we were in the beginning stages. So
she arrived with a block, okay.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
A block. A block. She stood out from that block, but she arrived with a block.
All right.
Bad phrasing.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So you become friends when she was in the other company still, or when she joined the company?
Yeah, she and I have been friends pretty much from that first visit. We had an extraordinary first visit. She was in a scenario that was not pleasant, and I helped solve that for her. She had an unhappy boss, and we made the boss happy.
Well, the first connection is very important. Spark.
Yes.
That's important. So, since you have been friends, I'm asking this question because, there is a saying, don't do business with friends, but you apparently probably become friends after that, or kind of like that. But anyway, you are running pretty well together. I mean, because a lot of people say, if you're friends and you do business together, and that's ruins friendship, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of not believe it now
Well,
anymore.
This sounds odd, but it's very much like a marriage in that we have to have very open communication as friends and as business people. And that communication, which you're excellent at, and I commend you on that, has allowed us to transgress a lot of situations that we had to overcome when you do with a friend. Hurt feelings or not hurt feelings, or was I included or not included? How did that go? What do you think? You sometimes get a different opinion when you're friends with a person than you do if you're a business colleague. So it has been to our advantage, and Brooke, you can jump in here, to have that friendship because it cuts through a lot of the politeness, and sometimes you need to not be polite to get what you need.
Yeah, I agree completely. For me, we operate on just the foundational facilities of honesty, open communication, communication about expectations on both sides, being realistic. For the client, sometimes it's not always what they want to hear, and sometimes they will utilize information that's given, usually false information that's given from other businesses, in timelines for achievement or success. We don't operate on anything but. We operate on what we want for ourselves is quality work and quality business partners, and we find that friendships often eliminate a lot of the unknowns. We already know everything.
The relationship is already built.
Yeah, it's there.
So you can build on top of it.
Absolutely.
It's a solid structure versus sometimes from scratch you have to get to know people and what their expectations are. And so when you deal in business and friendship, that's what you build it on.
Yeah, but expectations, again, it's about communication. If you don't have communication, you cannot set expectations. So
that's very true. You have
that's
emphasized
important.
that to me on more than one occasion. So I take it seriously.
Yeah, and you better do. All right. What's your, as a marketing agency, what's your focus? Small businesses, individuals, you are going after big corporations. What's your focus? Because you're boutique, but you're growing now with all the inconvenience of growing.
Yeah.
But,
yes.
But that's something normal, I mean, what's your focus?
For us, like when we say we want a perfect client, it's usually someone big enough to know that they need a marketing budget, but small enough to not have a marketing department. So we fit really well in that niche because we can act as a fractional marketing department for companies. So I'm not saying we don't work with people who have marketing departments. We do all the time. But when we're looking at potential clients and places that we want to go, that's usually where we start. And then, but it can range from individuals to small businesses. We have one client that's much larger than that, and have serviced them for over 15 years as well. So,
yeah, we have large national clients, and then we have small, single, just solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, opening up different businesses and wanting to brand themselves. We're also seeing a lot of people in industries like the insurance agency or attorneys that have their own law firm. they're finding that working with us is so much easier because basically they allay what their vision is for their business, and then we go back and implement according to their personality, who they want to do business with, who they're looking for. We evaluate target personas. We do it all for them, so we know what their expectations are because we've agreed upon it before we implement the strategy for them. So we love working with small businesses and entrepreneurs as well because we can work from them from a start. And we have a lot of those that have grown and are growing because of us. So
yeah, we've taken a couple from a popsicle stand to a hot dog store. So they've grown a little bit. So not a little bit, a lot. And we want to continue to help that with our clients. So.
Actually, I like your business model because I have met a lot of marketing people, and they call me every day. The only one that I talk to, unfortunately, but that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing. We're very
And
happy.
honestly, you're the only one that I met that you offer a strategy, and I like the name, by the way. That's you offer entire strategy to companies to develop and gain business, and that's amazing. And you do an amazing job in that. So,
Thank you.
welcome. The strategy. I think each company needs to have a strategy to do, marketing strategy. And here, a lot of people, they're just, I think they confuse marketing with advertising. Is there any difference between two of them?
This is my interpretation of it, so your mileage may vary, but I usually view advertising as more of a direct sale scenario. So you're advertising to somebody, where advertising is part of that, but it's a larger concept. So when you're thinking about the strategy, we think that there are advertising in there, but it's more, you're directly talking to your potential client and you're asking for the sale. With marketing, it's more voice and persona and overall strategy, and advertising may be a part of that, but not always.
Okay.
So,
So do you do almost everything? I mean, in the marketing, mails, postcards. I know it from my personal experience.
from you, yeah.
But a lot of people are not very familiar with the social media and how much social media now impact the small business, especially. There are hard times now for small business and individual entrepreneurs to fight with the big budget corporations. And how would you what would you advise them, and how do you meet their needs to get the exposure in the social media, and how important this is for them?
I usually start, and it's at the basis of strategy, but when we're talking about social media, I usually start with an editorial schedule, because it lets you look from a 10,000 foot at what you're saying and to whom. And that message can vary, because if you have a persona that you're talking to, you may have a different persona with a different message. You get that with Geico a lot, where you'll have one, like the lizard is in one, and then another, it's a funny ad, but that's a different persona that they're going for.
Yeah.
So that strategy with social media is how we start. And then as a tip, I would say that if you are a small business right now, I would get in Instagram Reels now. They have the algorithm open, which means that they're showing it to more people for no money. At some point soon, they will close that down, and you will have to pay for the same access. So I'm recommending that, and also that you get your Google Analytics 4 set up correctly.
I'm familiar with that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's I like more exposure for free. That's
Yes.
that's interesting concept. So you have to. Did you hear people? Did you hear small business owners? You have a chance, more exposure for free.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that you're going to get then in a little bit. They're going to shut it down. You're going to have to pay. Just like with Facebook, when you had the business profile, everybody was like, let's get a business profile. Let's get a business profile, which is great. And then they were like, oh, to see that business profile, now you have to boost. And they'll do the same thing on the Instagram side once they have gotten enough market share away from TikTok, but they're not there yet. So there's an opportunity, and I would take advantage.
I heard the Chinese are selling TikTok today.
Oh, really?
Just a rumor on the TV, but
They're gonna
I
sell
don't
it to the
know.
Russians, probably.
I don't know to whom. I don't know to whom. Yeah, man. In this world, I don't know who is who there.
That is true.
Okay. I'm in the real estate business, and a lot of people I know there, and I know that now you are building something. You have already concept for realtors. What would you say, my fellow realtors, you have for them?
We offer packages for social media and blogging that will elevate your SEO to a point where you can actually do that without having to have a lot of experience. We're working on a system now that'll help you be able to post to your social media quickly, and also have the ability to mail out and do some other things for realtors that we know are important for canvassing and for getting the right audience and getting in front of the right audience. So we're doing that, and we're looking at that as a package for realtors because we know that they are squeezed right now in between the market and their budget, and so we're working on that.
Okay. Well, my fellow realtors, call them. Brooke, you actually director of
Client services.
client services. But you network too, okay? So actually that's one part that I know that you do very well. And
She's got skills.
yes. But I mean, networking meets with a lot of people. We soon gonna start, event together. And in 12 Cuts, yep.
Yes.
So you as well are ambassador in MetroCrest Chamber of Commerce, and you were ambassador of June.
Yes.
Man,
Ambassador of the month.
Of June. Month of June. Yes,
She's a rock star. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, what networking brought to you as a person and a business?
Relationship building is what it's all about. And the only way you can do that is interacting with others, learning more about what their challenges are, and knowing either how to do the research and train up on those topics so you can become an expert and resource for those folks. But I think, building those relationships and having the referral network is so important and vital. You may not go into a networking event and immediately get business cards that say, I want a contract. We don't go in with that concept in mind. Being a servant leader, knowing that you want to help others, and knowing that just making connections for them to begin with gives them a sense of, number one, confidence in you, that you are true to your word. I will do what I can to help you, and you are doing what you can to help them by making connections for them. But also getting to know them a little socially, outside of a meeting. Just getting to know what their other challenges are that exist as a person and how it's interacting with their business needs. And if you can allay some of their fears and give them a plan of action that will help them resolve any of their issues or challenges, they almost, they
It
feel,
starts a relationship.
yeah, they feel endeared to you for that reason, and they pay it forward. And so we operate in that as we're servant leaders. Tina's been kind enough in my position to let me be free enough with my time where I can do the networking events to do relationship building. And then the MisterFrisco Chamber, I think it's important to also focus on your local communities. So the health of the businesses in my local community, where our businesses is the Carrollton, Addison, Dallas area, North Dallas area. We don't live there, but we definitely believe that the health of those businesses are just make it easier for us to have a healthy business there as well. So
It impacts us.
yeah, it really does. It really does. So being involved, MisterFrisco Chamber has been like a family. I joined them in January of 22. Actually, I met you in January of 22 at a networking event, your networking event.
I remember that,
yeah. Yes. And it's the relationships we build. It's helping others, just helping others. So vital. So vital.
Yeah, well, I'm a big believer in building business based on relationships, and I see that you too. Building a relationship is the most important in any field, anywhere.
It's all about connection.
really
Yes,
is.
yes. So, well, that's great. I believe that after this podcast, a lot of people are going to try to reach out to you. And how they can reach out to you guys.
How you can go to our website at artofstrategyconsulting.com. I'm Tina Winslow. This is Brooke Dieterlen. So we're both on LinkedIn. You can email us. It's our first name at artofstrategyconsulting.com. Mm-hmm. Or there's a phone number on our website. You can reach out that way. Or you can leave a comment and we can respond.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much for attending my podcast.
Thank
I
you for having
appreciate
us.
a
Thank you for
lot
having us.
that you accepted my invitation. And well, I'll see you around because, yeah, we have a lot of work to do together.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
All right. Thank you, and I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Summer in Texas is prime time for hosting barbecue, crawfish boils, and endless outdoor fun. So now is the best time to prepare your home for summer fun. Nothing takes a toll on home's exterior like winter storms. That's why now is the right time to brighten the exterior of your home with good washing. Rest assured, garden hose pressure will do. You can skip the power wash for this preparation. The same applies to outdoor desks. Wood desks and concrete patios can benefit from a scrub, but forget the power washer for sealed decks. After thoroughly drying, now is also a great time to resell your wood deck. Protect your outdoor plants and shrubs before beginning your exterior house wash. Nothing gives guests a pause like being asked to sit on a dingy outdoor furniture. Keep your patio furniture looking fresh by scrubbing them with mild soap, a soft bristle brush, and water. Remember to check if your outdoor cushions and fabrics can withstand weather exposure before washing them. Nothing accents an outdoor party like a vibrant flower and garden bed. So now is the right time to mulch your beds. Mulching protects them from Texas droughts and dry spells, reducing your outdoor water consumption. Preparing your beds now ensure your summer parties pop with color from your favorite plants. Staying cooped up all winter can make things a little stale, so pick a pleasant day to air out your house. Open all your windows and activate your AC to keep the air moving indoors. Exchanging the interior air over a few hours breathes new life into your home. Airing out your home is also an excellent time to change your seasonal decor. Replace dark winter colors like bedding, tablecloths, runners, and window treatments for the bright colors of spring and summer. Both seasons are bright and welcoming, and your decor should be also. Of course, nothing brightens the interior of your home like a fresh coat of paint. Examine your walls for areas that need touch-ups and minor repairs. If you are going with a professional painter, hire them to complete the work in the spring to have your interior ready for summer fun. Everyone loves a good summer party. That's why now is the perfect time to prepare. If you need help, MisterFrisco has access to countless contractors and home professionals to complete everything on your list. Your summer is going to be great. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next show.